Hello and welcome. Right then, we're going to get stuck in straight away. Let's get cracking.
Or save all that reverse and slowness, but just slow it down sometimes. Let's do this. See how slowly it releases. I can't remember. A little bit slow, but not terrible. Not as fast as mine, but then I've tweaked mine, so it could be a lot slower. That's yeah, it narrows at this point, doesn't it, really? So I think it's probably a bit. We might go away with it. Well, you can call that like getting away with it. Let's say. So our harvester we have already, which is a very great asset. It is. Yes, it's nice to actually have the biogas. It's a bit like anything. I overdid the fertilising business in FS22, and if FS25 I've not done that. I think I've only done it on one Let's Play, full stop. And the biogas plants likewise I did to death at the beginning, because there were very few productions you could have done, and you could never afford the giants ones, and if you could, you'd only get the silly little horrible one that's just not fit for purpose for any farm. It wouldn't service you well, so why would you spend 400 grand on a biogas plant that's also quite large? It's hardly, it doesn't really fit in your backyard very well. So yeah, it's the Disturb Simulations ones, which was from the Erling-Grad matter originally. This model was the Erling-Grad one, which is fantastic. Quite small and petite, a very nice model. And Disturbed really, yeah, did very well from it's set him on the map, really, this particular mod. Yeah, and his dairies as well. But I would imagine this was the main thing that almost all of us noticed, because there was, and it just goes to show how important with modding, it's all about choosing the right thing, because everyone notices if you do the right thing, as in, like, if there's something missing in the game, we seem to get always a shed load of sheds, if you'll forgive the pun. Yeah, always. There's like 9 million sheds in the model, always, and it's getting that way again, even this early on. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there's not a need, but what I mean is, that's the way it goes. And always like 3-meter plows. I think it's modders that are like making a plow and like they release it to the model, and I'm like, yeah, but why do we need another 3-meter plow? We've got 6 million already. But you think, well, it's your time. If you're cutting your teeth on making a plow so next time you can make a cultivator, I totally get it. I do. And I mean, they all look similar as well. Some are just different colours, but they, you know, so it's one of those things. But if you do a mod that people think is important, which obviously Disturb Simulations definitely did, you will get noticed. That's what I'm trying to say. You really will. Good productions, Omatana likewise. It catapulted Omatana from like very small modder to the giant that she really is. Fantastic that she, again, and also as a modder, you've got to learn the lessons that these modders actually teach you, because I believe the last element, it's getting the right thing and also pleasing people. But I mean, I also, you've got to stay true to your beliefs. It's like Piesel's done the little tiny belt system. Now, I've got to be honest, I always thought this. Piesel missed a massive opportunity to be catapulted as one of the biggest modders out there, because that mod is super, but it's not, because he's chosen severe limitations. That if he'd have done what the Quantum has done, now that modder they're going to get noticed because that is a cracking mod. And it's sort of like we've chosen on this farm. You can have that instead of a windrow and baler. It does both, and it does it quickly. It's 40 kph as well, so it's not a snippet on the, you know, you can run it around the fields. You could even put follow me on, really. It'll be a bit difficult to get right, but you could do. And then basically you could like run around with your trailer and then like follow the thing, and then again you need a small cabins. The holes did the perfect lorry for actually doing that very trick. It was quite a niche way of doing it. So right, that's, we need to stick the, so we've got that in with that in, and we fed the animals, and there, I'd imagine they're getting on 50% reproduction already. Buffalo milk at 5,000. We do need to order a tanker. I am going to order because it's in the middle of the session. So, right. So, we do need to get the... Are we going to go for the bigger one? I'd like to do that, I think. Why have I gone that entire length when I know it's one of the last things? We're going to go... I don't know if I've done the picture yet. No, I haven't. It's still got the original picture. Ooh. Oh, I think it's the older model. I don't think I've moved the proper model. That's well sunken. You can reset it. I will do it because what I'm going to do is... when you reset it, its wheels come out. Oh, no. That's... Oh, there you go. That's, that... Now, this is the other one that I need to... I did try it a couple of times. I thought, well, do I adjust the wheels? And I adjusted the wheels, and that only just... It's still... This one's sunken into the ground a little too. So that's... This one really is... Right, we also need to... I don't want to like, keep delivering here. I'll forget, and then it'll deliver next time. So this is rather a large tanker. Capable of, like... anything. I've not done the lights on it the same as I've not done the lights on the flatbed either. It does finally work properly. Well, you say this, I'm not... Ooh. Now that doesn't normally do. I think I need to widen the wheelbase a little, actually, if I'm honest. Yeah, I did think that when I looked at it. It's a bit... Now, when you consider when this has got weight in it, it's going to be a bit... I think the milk's here. I think. I'm guessing. Okay, let's not guess. Let's like, oh no, that's not what I want. Let's guess properly. Let's switch the same markers on instead of guessing. You would close. You would just like not quite in the right place. It's a very tight yard, but yeah, well, it's working. Oh, huh? Oh no, it's not milk. Oh, they've not set this up for like buffalo. They've only set it up for like normal milk. Seriously, buffaloes are now part of the game. Oh, that's a pain in the backside. It's not very good for sinking into sinkholes. Yeah, I think I need to tweak this a little bit. It's a little bit too narrow on the... You can see, and that's got no weight in it at all. I don't normally do that though. It's whatever I've done with the wheels has sort of like made it a bit more top heavy. Which is, I don't know how, but it doesn't really need its axle changing. So that's a bit of a blow because we can't draw the milk out. How are we going to get away with this? How are we going to sort of like rectify this? And really, the only option I think I've got is to put mine down, but it sort of means you'd have to put it in a different place and then like whisk them in and it's a nightmare. I hate things like this. Or do we just... Do we swap them for like normal milkers and sell them? But I obviously, I mean, in real life, it wouldn't make any difference if you've got buffaloes or normals, would it really? It's a blow. Alright, and this is the conundrum in Farming Simulator, really. I could tweak the mod. I mean, the editor. No, I'd have to do the entire mod. No, I'm not playing with another modder's mods. No, definitely not. Yeah, because I'll have to edit the map actually for this particular one because it's part of the map. So no, and it's not, and it is also another modder's. I think it could be. I can't remember the modder's name actually. It's a big modder, so I should know. But yeah, we shall not do that. But it is rather annoying because they are really now part of the game. So yeah, I suppose I suppose this is where I think of it, is if I shouldn't have been able to get that kind of milk, then why was I allowed to buy buffaloes and put them in here? That's what I mean is, if a modder's going to make something that only does a certain amount of milk, a certain kind of milk, then that modder should stop water buffaloes from going in here, because now we've got into a quandary that you shouldn't ever get yourself into, or because the modder didn't quite actually do it properly for like FS25, whether it was a convert or whatever. And now you, the player, let's just go through this, like literally what it causes, right? So now as a player, not as a content creator, I've now got to like think, oh, this is horrible because I want water buffalo, so I've then got to sell this. If you can sell it, we'll just see. I mean, we know we've got animals in there. I'm not like, could you sell it? Yes, you could. Right, so I suppose the fact that we've got a big area in the middle, do we sort of like, yeah, but it was on the part of our farm. So it's a bit of a, how do we escape from this? So I wish we got that animal move mod, because we could actually just like do it like that. So let's stick the BI Industries one down then, right next door, and then we're going to have a lot of room at the back. Or do we stick it more in the middle? Could do that. Oh well, at least we get solar panels from ours. I suppose. Oh yeah, there's going to be no... Yeah, I suppose there's going to be like room at the back. We could like ruining our... I suppose we could have a little bit of a walkthrough like that. Any costs associated with this though is going to be... Oh, what are we overlapping with? What are we overlapping with? I can't see anything in the, other than the ground sort of stuff. It's as flat as a pancake. Stick that right there. Yes, we do want a bit of a customise the fence jobby. We do, even though we're not going to get a lot of pasture in this tiny little area. It's not going to increase our herd size by a lot, but we will give them a bit of a nice paddock to wander around, I think. Let's try and get it as square as possible. And I know I'm going to totally fail in this, because you do, don't you? If we could try and get the angle right. I would say we're not far off of that. We do indeed want to plant a meadow. Right, so then. Now this modder actually did think about that kind of milk. So we need to, yeah, we're going to ruin, we'll buy some buffalo milk as well to make up for this and give ourselves a cash back. You can't have this happen to you like that. So we're going to need to lease a animal transport. We want a fairly big one, and this again is not at our cost, because this is a game mechanics issue. We're not really doing anything wrong. 6 at a time. That would be better, but we haven't got a lorry. We could lease a lorry. It's only 6 anyway. Yeah, we've not got that many at the minute. So we'll lease you. Fantastic. We've only got to go a few feet. That's what I think. And I think we'll even use you, because you can actually do this. We'll also get rid of that straight away. Yeah, I must admit, I really have fallen in love with the water buffalo. I really do like them a lot. So let's just get this done. This also is over in this place. I think should be able to go forwards. Again, I'm not worried about like reality. I just want to get this done. We want 46. Yep, we do. Also, we're going to pay ourselves back for the cash for the food and that, because obviously it all just goes up in a puff of smoke when you like. Although I suppose we're probably going to make money from the enclosure. But I suppose that's a byproduct. I never would have sold this. It's nothing at all. I think it's the other side. It's not quite so easy as you think. You've got to go all the way around the other side. Not sure how many we should get. Just over 100 and something, like 103, 105 from this one. So we're not, again, we're not making an awful lot more. Oh. Move to husbandry, yes. We do indeed. Absolutely, yes. It's just, oh. Why did I press that button? Just want to open the doors. Let's grab some more. If we do this as a circuit, it should be It's a shame when you've got to go to lens like this, though, really. Well, it is what it is. That's 12. It's going to take a while. It is what I was saying about being a bigger session. I won't get it. I think we'll leave the dairy till another session. We'll just get the animals shifted, because obviously this is a job that nobody was expected to do. And certainly not myself. I didn't think for 1 minute I did need to. Yeah, well, I suppose it is true. If an enclosure allows you to buy a certain set of things, you would imagine that that means that it's set up for that kind of animal, but obviously it's not. So. Yeah, we do. It's nice to see the bit of a. It is. I normally try and do this in a field where you've got a lot of space, because it can really seriously mean that this has got a lot of animals. Yeah. And on Oakbridge Farm, I still want to call it Carlton. It's got 187, I think, is with the field pasture that you've got at Oakbridge. Yeah, I filled the field with the thing. Cost me a fortune for the fence, because of course you've got to make the fence to suit the. You can actually go straight through there. All of that food that we bought. It is what it is. We do indeed. I think this knocks their health again, doesn't it, as well? So I say it's really terribly inconvenient, to say the least. Right, how many have we got left? I do love these little tractors. They're so good at turning. Such a good turning circle. So we must be getting close now, surely. I think it's about 24, it's about 4 lots, so we're well over halfway. Ten more to do, 2 loads. Cool, so we'll go straight through there. Do love this. I was quite pleased with this. It's made it look a little bit scruffy. It's certainly not like the Horman that it originally was. You wouldn't really know terribly from like looking at it that it was the oh well, it was hovering. Yeah, it's not quite on the thing. It does that thing where it like disappears them. Oh, it did actually do it. We just took them back out. Gordon Bennett. Oh, you know, you've got to laugh at this game. It's crazy. It's a beautiful. I've got to be honest, I'm really pleased with the map though. I like this a lot. It's got a real nice feel to it. Apart from the animal enclosure malarkey, it does. It's true though. Obviously, it does impact your enjoyment of the map when something like this happens. Because you sort of like do think a bit like the tractor. Why did the map maker give me a tractor that couldn't even pull the mowers that he gave me? You're like, again, it could be because it's a first-time map builder, but it's, yeah, it's, they're all little in, and that's what I'm saying. It's really strange. It's JM Gaming is a cracking modder, but he sort of, I've always said this, he sets him up for a bit of a fail because he likes, that's it, that's the last. Oh no. What are we doing? Are we trying to... No, we have done it right. I think we've got none left in the trailer. 36, no, I've confused myself now. I thought we took them all out. We got 40, so... And there was none showing us in here, so that means I can't take them all out. There's got to be 4 left. There's got to be. Yeah, there are. There's animals in there, so we can see them. And giants actually do that right. So is it 4? Yeah, it is. We do indeed. Excellent. Which means we've also got to shift the food thing. So I'm sort of trying to aim for automation, sort of, with that, you know, where you just come out the thing. And now this actually works much better for that. This is a really good enclosure for that particular part. So 4, we do indeed. And I think our productivity is now Zilcherunia. I think they drop, don't they, when you move them. Let's send that back. Definitely gonna return, yes. And now then, let's get rid of the original building. And we need to, yeah, and that, oh, and then the newer thing as well, Gordon Bennett. Good job we emptied it this morning. Right, sell you, yes. Because you are not fit for the purpose we wish to do it, not because of any other reason. Sell, we lose a bit of value on you, yes. Now, actually, that could still be connected. It could check this. It might still say connected. It's a fair road trek off, but... Oh, it is. Yes, excellent. So we're still connected. Brilliant. That'll do me. It will. I'll take that as a win. Right, so we now need to feed, which we do need the other one. We've lost 8 tons of milk. We do need to stick it's the other side if I remember right. I don't think it makes much difference. But I'm used to doing this side. Is it this side? Yeah, it's definitely a bit... It definitely needs a bit of work. I think a broader axle will do it. I think it's because it's a very narrow axle. Let's grab some food. And I think, if I remember rightly, it's this... I think it's that far end where you stick the trailer and it literally goes straight in. It's perfect. This is for actually almost automating. Yeah, you just literally stick this... I think, do I have to reverse in or do I... No, yeah, you do. You need to reverse in. Yeah, I think this is one of the first anomaly closures I actually modded. This one. I did try the other one. Someone actually managed to do it, a better modder than me, definitely. Right, so if you do it here and stick the... There, now then we'll do it at this side here because that door does open. Containers. We want you. Here we know that's on objects. Overlaps, we're going to like sort this so that you are like that. I think that's not looking too bad. Looks about right. I think that's right. Let's have a look. If we move forwards, do we feel we do indeed? Now this we're going to pay ourselves back, so we're at 311,778. I know that sort of looks a bit tight, but we didn't sell it to make profit. We sold it because we'd got to. Yeah, we didn't. I was in no way going to do this at all. And we can dump at the same time. Turn your eyes away if you're a bit easily offended at like things like, because obviously it sort of doesn't quite work right. It's taking cash and filling it all the time until it's filled. So must be getting quite fairly close actually. Let's try that. Say we're not too far off at that. This is 177,000 litres in this one, I think. I think that's what I did for this. Straw, I did an awful lot, actually. Yeah, it's brilliant. So we want to grab some straw. I think this is 100. Yeah, I did this a lot. The one I love Brummy Farmers in FS25, and he'd got an awful lot. Maybe a little bit too much, but it's still... It meant you could keep your animals, so you didn't need to faff around with straw every single month because it was 30 tonnes. You literally did it. Yeah, so I think it's 125 litres in this one, I think. Let's do so. It's not too much for this one. We only have a couple and a bit. Say that's not going to be too far off. Ooh, I'm sure my straw's not 123,000 litres and it's only a quarter full. I'm sure that I've not done it like that. That's terrible. I'm sure that's fibbing. It could be it'll have picked the storage up off this, won't it? It's gone and done that trick where that's a long way away to pick the storage up off that. Oh, it has though. It's picked up the 500 storage for the manure and straw. Equally, yeah, the straw, because they've got straw in it, so it's picking the storage up of this. It's not the end of the world. It just means we could stick an awful lot of straw in there and like not worry about it for a very long time. Right, so then I think I'm going to end it there because this is a monster. So, oh no, buffalo milk. Let's get that sorted. Yeah, so we need to grab tank, which I left it somewhere here. See, the lights are there, they're shining, so you can see the red, but you can't see the actual thing. Right, okay then, so we want buffalo milk, that, was it 8? Oh, I've forgotten how much now. It's definitely needs back work. Well, it does all it's supposed to do. I mean, that's the entire reason, really, for the doing of this type of thing, is deliberately to see what is wrong. So we want buffalo milk. It's 8 tons. I think it is. Ooh, it's a bit too tall. Oh, I bet I've jammed it now. Yeah, because it comes down, so really it should push back, but so yeah, wow, that's not something I actually thought of. It does seem to be moving backwards very slightly. If we just carry on, it'll eventually inch backwards. Although not through here again. It is moving, it's just very, very slow. Do you know? You can make this up, could you, really, on things that go wrong? You just don't always think about it. And the other thing I always want to know is how come it let me go so far in before, like, jamming like that, and then it takes me so long to get out? It is definitely doing it. Yeah, I can see it inching. Right, so now we need to stick. Now the normal milk point is here, if I remember rightly. Yeah, it is. This is the proper milk tank. So if that is the case, let's get a bit canny. Let's stick the bionic tank. Now then, the one thing I've got to... Yeah, I did made this mistake before. It's not always advisable to be as close as you think. So let's stick the bionic dairy over here. It's going to take quite a bit of cash. Now, we have also just spent a shed load of money on all of the stuff. But we did make a lot. I'm not let's leave it. So I think it's 47,777. It's a dear one. I think it's one of the dearest spinning tailor. Oh. Is it 27 then? It's one of the 27s. Enhanced bionic bakery, grapes and oils. Bionic dairy, yes, that's right. No, it's, yeah, I'm getting my price structure wrong. So we stick that. We're going to get the storage off that. It doesn't really matter, not for a production. It's not going to make any difference at all. And it's a stone throw away, but at least, yeah. Also, it's flat. The one thing I do like is it's as flat as a pancake. Wow. No, it could be the hedge. So I think we'll just not ignore it totally and just stick that right there. Stick that straight in there. Yeah, it's definitely a bit, as you move it and twist it around, it's not going to move it. Buffalo milk is not accepted here. It is. It's definitely accepted. Oh, don't tell me the map. Is it a map problem? Because it does. I obviously know. I've had buffalo milk in this all the time. Yeah, it shows buffalo milk. Yeah, I'm not getting the... So I think it's a map-based problem, which means... Oh, my life. Now that's a little bit bad. It seriously just ran the session that's gone downhill sometime fast. It really has. Why am I going backwards and forwards? That's bizarre. It's true, I've got the trigger on for forwards and I'm going backwards. Right, anyway, we should get out of this next time. I think I might grab a telehandler and... No, I've got a front loader. I'm going to grab a front loader and lift it up. Yeah, it's one of them things where you have a bit of a meltdown. You think, oh, I just can't go with it anymore. I can't. That's enough. I'm going to call it. It is. Enough theatrics, and switch that off because they are annoying me as well. We are on Euros. So it looks like it's a map-based thing that this map maker has decided that I'm not having buffalo milk on my maps, or it was a convert and it's not thought about it, because we definitely can have buffalo milk in the bionic dairy. It's definitely allowed, which means we went to all that trouble for absolutely nothing. Really, we did make quite a bit of cash. Right, so yeah, I'm going to call it there. It's been a massive monster session. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. We will get out of this situation. We will right the tractor. I will correct the... it's a little bit... Obviously, it's too tall for how wide the axle is, which does make quite a lot of sense when you think about it. So I shall increase this and go back to the drawing board a little bit with the design of the medium tanker. But yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.